in-depth video on the CZT54L RedMax commercial mower than what I've seen out there and available. You know my series on my Gravely that I did, and very popular. People seem to like being able to actually see some of the details versus, oh hey, that's a quick little view of what the specs are. Specs are great, don't get me wrong. This market's very competitive, so to get to see the details of why this mower costs what it does, or why it is standing out from the crowd, so to speak, you got to see some details. You got to look close at it. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to try to look close at this, try to go over some of the things and show really how robust this thing is for a mower that retails less than $8,500. Yes, that's a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but let's try to figure out where this $8,500 is. To start, I'm just going to start right up front here and looking at these casters. It is hard to tell exactly how thick that is, but that's my fat, chubby thumb. If you bent this, I'd be very surprised, because it is pretty beefy kind of setup. Another thing is how this deck hangs. This brace system here is just huge. Now the CZT60X is even a little beefier. Actual tie down points, nice, quick, easy, but fully welded tie down points directly to the frame. So pretty nice setup there. The deck, fully fabricated deck with a bar welded all the way around. You can see the anti-scalp wheels, how that whole bracket is welded all the way around. That's on all of those. So if you bend it, I mean, man, you'd have to hit something pretty hard, pretty big, but I guess it's possible. I mean, I watch guys bend things all the time. You can see where the hanging straps are welded, both sides. How this plate goes all the way across top, or this strap, and welded on. Easy access to grease your spindles and stuff there. Before I throw the seat down, we'll just skip right to the hydro gear setup. We'll come back to some of the maintenance on the deck and everything. So the hydro gear, or hydraulic setup, I shouldn't say hydro gear because people will start thinking of the 5400s and stuff. This is your hydro gear pump with the Parker wheel motor combination. The benefit of this is, one, there's a lot more surface area for cooling. You can see those fans blow directly across all of that pump. The wheel motors that are used in these are the same or very, very similar to what is used in like a Toro Dingo for their little uniloader, or not uniloader, their little track steer thing that they have for full commercial use. So that's excellent cooling. It's out in the open, easy to get to. One downside is people say, well, there's more leak points. There are more potential leak points. Working on probably, I don't know, 400 mowers in the last year and a half to 2 years alone, I've fixed 2 leak points in our entire service department. Both of them were a very quick and easy fix. So yes, it is potential. It's a method that's been used in the farming industry for decades with very little problems, and you don't see tractors getting rid of their hydraulic lines. It's not a problem that some might make it out to be. While we're down here, we can look at the size of that pulley. It is absolutely huge. That gives more surface area, so it's easier on the belt to be able to transfer from one direction to another. You can see the heavy-duty spring for that tensioning system. Quick, easy adjustment. Rag from wiping off the seat dropped in there, so let's point that out. So quick, easy to adjust that tensioning setup. It's one wrench. I mean, so a guy can do this real easy out in the field without much problem. You can also see the back of the seat has some anti-vibration pads here. Nice soft rubber pads. But also this platform, if you look close, is on anti-vibration pads as well. Or isolation pads, however you want to say it. So it helps isolate this unit from the frame, the engine vibrations, things like that from the operator. So it makes it nice and easy. Another thing about this particular hydrogear system, or hydraulic system, is the one single filter. Again, used on a lot of your heavier equipment commercially, like Vermeer and stuff like that, uses that single filter setup for their hydraulics to make it easier to change. You know, it's one filter, it's right there out in the open. Change it, new filter, away you go. Changing the fluid. So it makes maintenance a lot easier and less hectic than having to change 2 filters on each hydro pump, doubling the cost, as well as some of them you have to change because they're internally. A little bit more time. That time adds up in your maintenance bill. FX series Kawasaki engine, a guy could easily talk all day long without a problem on these. They're good solid engines. I've had nothing major jump out as problems with these. They've always held up very well. Companies always worked very well with us as far as any support that we've ever needed. Parts are readily available, so it's a quick, easy, you know, thing to deal with. Dual air filtration, so nice, easy, you know, setup, very common, easy to get parts for, you know, makes it easier for the guy to work on, maintain. Dual fuel tanks, which is nice to have for those guys who are mowing a lot. Comes with the Carlisle Turf Smart tires, nice large tire, cool black rims. Another view of that deck there, and we'll go back up and show some of how the maintenance is for this. So you see the grease zerts on the outside under the shields, but there's already a hole there to go ahead and quickly and easily grease up the unit. This unit has been upgraded to a full suspension seat, which is nice. Your cockpit, easy to handle. The arms are fairly adjustable. Quick adjustment on your tracking. Not as padded as some units as far as the leverage, but not terrible by any means. Back to this deck, again, you can see the pulley size of these pulleys making these larger transitions. That's more surface area for that belt to go around, means less chance of breaking, longer life, just easier on the whole system. As this bar is welded, this up front here, as we track that along, that'll help increase the stability and just the overall ruggedness of the particular unit. The spindles on these things are absolutely huge. So if you see this star bolt pattern here up top, that's actually the outside circumference of where that spindle is bolted to this deck. This is not small, guys. This is a 5-6 inch pulley or so. I mean, they're huge. That's a lot of surface area. It takes a lot to damage that. Again, seeing more of that mounting where those arms come back in and mount to hold the support of the weight of the deck. You aren't seeing this much beefiness on a lot of the other units out there. Foot lever to adjust the height. The lockout release. Up nice high, easy to get to here. Quick, easy height adjustment from the side. This is keyed in to where it has to be up, so you can move that and then it won't fall out. If I can keep the camera in the right spot, sorry guys, you could do that. So it's not going anywhere. So that's a quick little view. of the RedMax CZT54L. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We'll do our best to take care of you and answer everything we can. Thanks.